The moon hung low, a pale disk in the foggy sky. Empty streets stretched into the distance, swallowed by the cold mist. Ravi, his brow creased with fatigue, steered the bus through the outskirts of Manipur. His final trip, just one passenger left. The old woman sat alone, draped in a white shawl. Her face was hidden. Ravi glanced at her in the rearview mirror. He shivered. Something felt off. The road snaked ahead, leading towards Andhera Ghat, the cursed forest route. Legends whispered of restless spirits and unnatural fog that clung to the living. Ravi gripped the steering wheel, his heart pounding a steady rhythm against his ribs. "Almost there, Amma," Ravi announced, his voice a nervous tremor in the stillness of the bus. Silence. The old woman didn't move. Ravi tried again, louder this time. "Where do you need to get off?" The only response was the rustle of the wind against the bus windows. Ravi felt a prickle of unease crawl up his spine. He had a bad feeling about this. The engine coughed, spluttered, and died. Ravi swore under his breath, "Not now, not in Andhera Ghat." He tried the ignition again. Nothing. The silence was broken by a low, guttural whisper. Ravi froze. It seemed to come from right beside him. Another whisper, closer this time, sent chills down his spine. He turned, his heart hammering against his ribs. The old woman was gone. He scrambled out of his seat and turned towards the back of the bus, his eyes scanning the empty seats. He found the old woman's seat. It was cold and damp. Ravi's blood ran cold. He was alone. He had been alone the entire time. He stumbled off the bus, his legs shaky. The fog seemed to press in on him, suffocating him. He could still hear the whispers, faint and indistinct, all around him. He ran. He didn't stop until he reached the familiar glow of the tea stall at the edge of the forest. He burst through the door, gasping for breath, his chest heaving. Section 5. A chilling revelation. The old tea stall owner, his face etched with concern, placed a comforting hand on Ravi's shoulder. "What happened, Ravi? You look like you've seen a ghost." Ravi, still shaking, could only manage a strangled whisper. The old woman, she vanished. The tea stall owner's face darkened. "Ravi," he said, his voice low and grave. "There was an accident here a year ago. A bus. An old woman. She died on that road." The tea stall owner pulled out a faded newspaper clipping. The headline screamed, "Tragic accident on Andhera Ghat, 1 dead." Ravi stared at the picture accompanying the article. It was her, the old woman, the same white shawl, the same vacant eyes. His blood ran cold as he read the date of the accident. It was the same date, 1 year ago to the day. Ravi returned to the depot, the newspaper clipping clutched tightly in his hand. He needed to tell someone. He needed to show them. His manager, a burly man with a skeptical frown, listened patiently to Ravi's frantic story. "Look," Ravi pleaded, his voice raw with terror. "I know what I saw." And then she disappeared, vanished into thin air. The manager, his skepticism slowly giving way to concern, led Ravi to the back office. He rewound the security footage, and then he saw it. The bus pulled into the depot. It was empty. Ravi stepped off, his face pale and drawn, and then, for a fleeting moment, a figure flickered into view beside the driver's seat. The old woman in the white shawl, her head turned towards the camera. Her lips curled into a chilling smile. The screen went blank. Ravi and the manager stared at each other, their faces etched with horror. They were not alone. The fog still clung to the streets of Manipur, hiding secrets in its depths. And somewhere out there in the darkness, a bus rattled down an empty road, its ghostly passenger waiting for the next unsuspecting soul. Be careful who you share your ride with. You never know who or what might be waiting for you in the shadows.